Our first speaker is Sairee Chahal, founder and CEO of SHEROES. Sairee founded SHEROES as a community platform for women, offering support, resources, opportunities, and interactions. She is credited with building up women at work and future of work conversations, building a strong technology play to solve problems of gender disparity, directly benefit over 1 million women, and with ambition to impact 100 million in the next 5 years. She too is an Aspen Fellow and a community leader at IFP's Gender Equality, Women and Livelihoods Impact Community. Please welcome Sairee Chahal.
Hi, my name is Sairee. I'm the founder of SHEROES, and I'm here to talk about the future of impact in gender equality, livelihoods, and women. Well, I think we're a very interesting country. We're the country with one of the largest gender gaps in the world, but we're one of the largest internet populations in the world as well. So we're all doing this online, and there's a reason for that, and that reason is also changing a lot of things from where we see it. So for about 5 years, I've been building SHEROES. It's a company that's building what I call women's internet, where women not only find a safe space for themselves to grow, but also means of livelihood, entrepreneurship, and access to capital. And as I've built this company, I've realized that there are a few things that are happening, and they're almost seismic in nature. I have never seen anything like that anywhere in my career, and I think this just might be one of those India first phenomena. So to put things in perspective, we're a country that produces the maximum number of women graduates in the world, but we're also a country that has one of the lowest number of women in workforce in the world. So how do we get women up to par in this country, and we have the aspiration of being a $5 trillion economy. How are we going to get there without women participating in it? And I think after being a little pessimistic for a while, I am hopeful that this will change on back of two significant trends. One, COVID is accelerating digital in more ways than one can imagine. You guys might have heard a lot about it already, but it's definitely accelerated adoption by women. So just to give you a perspective, our network, which in February before the lockdown happened, was at 16-17 million women. By the time we got to June, it was already 20-21 million women, and that's the fastest growth we've seen on our network. But it's not just the growth of users. What we're also seeing is growth in what they're doing. So a couple of trends that are very, very marquee. One is the creators economy. Each one of us is going to be a creator, and I think the first time internet users and women in particularly are very big on that. So I'm sure all of you have seen a lot of poetry platforms come up, literature platform come up, vernacular platforms come up, and that's exactly what they're representing, the creators economy, using your skill to make an income. The second is, I think, micro-entrepreneurship, and this is for the first time the lines between rural women and urban women are blurring. So some estimates say there are about 15 to 17 million women in this country who are micro-entrepreneurs. These are women who do not run a factory or a service company, or neither they are farmers. These are women who run a small establishment, typically not registered, but they are self-employed. They also typically employ another person and a half or two in their own system. And these 15 to 17 million women are set to become 30 to 35 million women in the next 2 to 3 years, which means we are going to see a growth of solopreneurs, women who run their own businesses, women who run beauty parlors and offer local services, and internet's enabling all of that. I mean, there are companies being built in all of these segments. And interestingly, these 35 million micro entrepreneurs are going to employ a population of anywhere between 150 million to 170 million in the next 2 to 3 years. And that's a big bet for all of us who follow this space, who follow internet, who follow gender, who follow livelihoods, who follow internet. And all of this is going to happen in a digital context. So, and India is one of the most sophisticated payment stack, now an insurance stack. There's going to be an India health stack. So I think some amazing things are happening in this space, but a lot of gender equality livelihoods is going to ride the digital wave. Women are going to use internet to cross the gender gap, and India is not going to get into the $5 trillion economy on back of jobs. It's going to get into the $5 trillion economy on back of micro entrepreneurship, particularly by women. So watch these 15 million women become 35 million women as entrepreneurs, changing the texture of how we consume, produce, and transact in this economy. And that's really my big bet, and I'm happy to share that with you, and we can check back in a couple of years here. So thank you.